Hi, I'm Lelia, and I'm one of the 5th grade teachers. One thing that has always been really magical at UCDS ever since the time I was a resident was thinking about the different themes and connecting those and how they connect to the curriculum year to year. Remember that year the theme was Quest and all the amazing read-alouds and projects that we did, thinking about what that meant in the lives of 1st and 2nd graders. And now in the 5s, really thinking about what does shape mean to them. And one thing we've been really thinking about is how do we shape the communities that we are in, and how do those communities shape us?
Theme is a great place for us to start to build our curriculum and be able to kind of connect what students are doing throughout the entire school. So we're able to follow different pathways when students come into class, and they can make connections on their own, which is really incredible.
Well, theme is really like a jumping off point for us. It really helps to get the year started. So you can come to the theme from like a lot of different angles. So we really decided to think of shape as like a verb, right? So how does something shape you as a person, and not really like shape in a literal way. So it's really inspiring to come up with different ideas, different ways to tackle it. And then once you present that to the kids, they will take it in so many different directions that maybe you didn't even think of. So that's what's really exciting about theme.
I think as teachers, we are really creative in thinking of the ways that we want to incorporate things, but I think the magic really happens when kids start to be creative within our projects, and we see these ideas and projects that we've thought really hard about, when they bring those characters to life, and then that makes them more interested in our read aloud or the stories, which is about our theme, right? It all is kind of circular. What I don't think anticipate as much is how attached kids become to the theme because of the creations that teachers are working hard to plan.
So for example, this year with Shape, how we're starting it off, is we thought a lot about how we shape our community, and the best way to think about that is starting with ourself. And so we're thinking a lot about identity and what shapes us as humans, what shapes just ourselves. And so we're really starting there. We're starting with what we call our inner circle. And we, of course, always start a lot of these theme discussions with literature. And so we have this really great book that we're starting with, and we're reading about that inner layer, and we're layering on the different levels of who we are and what makes us, what deepens our identity. And it starts with us, then it goes to our family, and moving on to our community. And so you might see some of our different inner circles and outer circle layers around our classroom hallways, and really having kids dive in a little bit and think about what shapes who they are.
So it's been really magical to see theme work in person this year, especially coming back from last year where we were really distanced and online learning and classrooms were really separate. To see these connections like really happen live, to see a kid realize from across the room, oh my gosh, we have something in common, and just grow a friendship from that, and even like expand their interests and go beyond what they initially thought about the topic or subject. So it's really inspiring.